everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Artist Analysis. More specifically, welcome back to my artist analysis of the king of contemporary country music, Luke Bryan. In the first part of this video essay, I discussed how Bryan made his place in the country music industry and the singles he sang for his first 4 studio albums. Today, I'm going to talk about the music he's released ever since, starting with his 5th studio album. Capitol Nashville, Bryan's record label, released Kill the Lights on August 7th, 2015. All 5 singles off of this album reached #1 on the Billboard Country Hot 100, continuing Bryan's streak of #1 singles. The album's lead single, Kick the Dust Up, was released to country radio on May 19, 2015. The song's lyrics are about folks from a country farm town taking the edge off of their long week by partying in a country bar and open cornfield. Like many of Bryan's other songs, Kick the Dust Up was criticized for following an overdone country party formula. However, Bryan Mansfield of USA Today called it Song of the Week and an all-night party thumper. The title of the next single, Strip It Down, originally gave listeners a bit of a wrong impression as to what the song was actually about. It is not about getting naked or even sexual intercourse. Rather, it's about a boyfriend trying to persuade his girlfriend to forget about everything that's complicated their relationship to date and simply bring things back to the way they were when they first started dating. Leanne Ward of Country Universe criticized Strip It Down for sounding more like a pop song than a country song, while Taste of Country praised Bryan for taking on a quote-unquote more well-tested sound with the song. The 3rd single off of this album, Home Alone Tonight, was a duet Bryan sang with Karen Fairchild of Little Big Town, which, in case you didn't know, my first artist analysis was on that country quartet. You wouldn't know from the single's title, but the song is about a man and woman who meet at a bar and plot revenge on their respective exes. Like We Rode in Trucks, Bryan's single Huntin', Fishin', and Lovin' Every Day was a first-hand testament to the rural lifestyle of Georgia. Bryan wrote this song alongside a songwriting team known as the Peach Pickers, which consists of Rhett Atkins, Dallas Davidson, and Ben Hayslip. The next single released, Move, is about a northern girl who moves to the south and unexpectedly comes to embrace a southern lifestyle. The final single off of this album, Fast, is a sentimental slow song about how, simply put, the good times in life just seem to go by too, well, fast. In addition to continuing Bryan's #1 streak with all 4 of its singles, What Makes You Country, Bryan's 6th studio album, debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 Albums chart and was certified gold by the RIAA. The album's lead single, Light It Up, was released to country radio on August 23, 2017. The song was co-written not along Bryan's usual assistants, but with help from Brad Tersey of Old Dominion. The title is referring to is the narrator's cell phone, and he is asking this of a woman for whom he is having feelings of unrequited love. The next single released, Most People Are Good, is probably my favorite off of this album, as the lyrics line up well with how I like to think of the world and of humanity. It was for this positive and much-needed message and its chill melody and tune that the song generally received positive reviews. What Makes You Country's 3rd single, Sunrise, Sunburn, Sunset, was released in May 2018. The song tells the story of how a teenage boy fell in love with a teenage girl after being hired to paint her father's lake house. For the music video, Bryan decided to include pictures of his own family. The fourth and final single released off of this album was its title track, which happens to be track number 1 on the album itself. As its title implies, the song is about how, at least according to Bryan, anyone can identify themselves as being quote-unquote country if they simply have the right values, regardless of their background. This sat well with me, as a country listener who comes from the suburbs, has rural relatives on my father's side, and finds appeal in the rural lifestyle. Unfortunately, What Makes You Country was the single that broke Bryan's 29-song streak of reaching number 1 on the Billboard Country Hot 100, but got really close at number 2. Bryan's most recent album to date, Born Here, Live Here, Die Here, was released in August of 2020, a release date that was delayed by 4 months due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The album debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200 Albums chart and at number 1 on the Country Albums chart and was certified gold by the RIAA. The first single released off of this album was Knockin' Boots. The song's hook is built around an Old Western euphemism for sexual intercourse. The song debuted at number 25 on the Billboard Country Hot 100 and eventually reached number 1. The next single, What She Wants Tonight, was released on October 24, 2019. Unlike in Bryan's other hits, in which the female is somewhat portrayed as a submissive object, the woman controls the sexual dynamic in the relationship that serves as the subject of the song's lyrics. The song peaked at number 6 on the Billboard Country Hot 100. Bryan's next song, One Margarita, is a feel-good song that pays tribute to a good time drinking the iconic tequila cocktail, drops the name of Bob Marley, Jimmy Buffett, and Kenny Chesney,